Welcome to today's video where I guide you on optimizing your hair's moisture for length retention. I am sharing the essence of hair care for women of color, and I'm not just sharing tips. I am celebrating our hair's unique beauty. You see, our strands coil, bend, twist, and kink as they grow out of our follicles. Therefore, we cannot obtain full sebum coverage as an individual with straight hair. These characteristics make our hair unique. However, unique does not mean ugly. No. Unique simply means that we have to take a different approach towards achieving our length retention goals. And you know what? Because we are resilient and intelligent, we find ways to overcome our hurdles and achieve healthy, dense, long, luscious hair. So get ready to transform your hair journey. Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Self-Care Voyage. To my lovely subscribers, I am delighted to have you join me once again. And if you're visiting for the first time, a warm welcome. But before we venture further into this video, let's decode a crucial duo: hydration versus moisturization. Hydration is about water intake for your hair, giving it life from the inside out. Water passes from outside through the hair's cuticles and to the cortex. Moisturization seals that deal, locking in hydration and adding essential oils. Together, they're your ticket to flourishing hair. Why? Because dehydrated hair strands are brittle and they will break easily. If you want to retain the length you grow every month, you must keep your hair moisturized, meaning there is hydration within your strands and you seal that hydration in with a moisturizing hair care product. Understanding our hair's unique nature is the first step towards embracing the right care practices. Now let's look deeper into how we can nurture our crowns and unlock the secrets to moisturized, thriving hair. Think of your hair in terms of a newly built house crowned with a pristine roof of shingles. The shingles are intact when the house is new and nothing can easily penetrate through. This is like having low porosity hair, where your hair's shingles are closely laid together, making it a bit of a challenge for moisture to seep in quickly. But as time passes, those shingles begin to weather. Some may break or become weak, compromising the roof's integrity. This resembles high porosity hair, where your hair's shingles have gaps or are lifted, allowing moisture to enter and exit swiftly. While it means your hair can absorb moisture quickly, it can lose it just as fast, leaving it vulnerable to dryness. Now in my demonstration, the shingles on the roof are similar to the cuticle layers on your hair strands. Now in many cases, high porosity hair comes as a result of cuticle damage. Our usual suspects regarding cuticle damage include shampoos with harsh sulfates, the unforgiving sun, and heat styling tools that apply excessive heat directly to our precious strands. Not to mention chemical relaxers and colors that alter our hair's natural state, and the seemingly innocent act of bundling hair on top of our head while washing, leading to tangles and tears. But it gets worse. Chlorine has a drying effect on our strands, rough handling of our wet hair, the skipped step of conditioning, and overzealous brushing. Therefore, you need to learn your hair, because what works for one may not work for another. Cleansing tailored to your hair's needs. Over time, product can build up on your hair shaft and scalp, preventing moisture from penetrating your hair strands. You see, when you continue to apply products over your hair strands, that forms a barrier. So, water cannot get all the way to the cortex of your strands to produce hydration. Suppose you apply gels, creams, grease, and products containing petrolatum, lanolin, waxes, mineral oils, and silicones. In that case, you must wash your hair with a clarifying shampoo to remove buildup and allow water to reach the cortex of your strands. And like I said in my previous video, if you live in an area with hard water, you must use a chelating shampoo once a month to remove mineral buildup and allow your strands to be free and properly hydrated. High porosity hair can benefit immensely from protein boost. In this case, consider washing your hair with fermented rice water. There are several other ways you can cleanse your hair by using rosal or bentonite clay or natural herbs like shikakai and aretha. For high porosity hair, heavy hitters like shea butter is a must. For low porosity, light moisturizing formulas are your best friend. You can use aloe vera gel, light oils like jojoba, and hair teas made from Ayurvedic herbs. Generally, deep conditioning low porosity hair requires heat to open up those cuticles and allow water to penetrate to the cortex. Now, I have an amazing tip for those with high porosity hair. Before shampooing your hair, mist, section, and detangle each section gently. Then apply the warm coconut oil to coat your strands thoroughly. Leave the coconut oil for at least 1 hour. Then go ahead and shampoo your hair. The coconut oil will get into your strands. The proteins from the coconut oil will bind to your hair's protein deep within the cortex. Therefore, when your hair comes in contact with water, there is not much protein from your hair available to bind with water molecules. And this is good because your hair will swell less. Therefore, it will contract less when it's drying. This helps to put less stress on your strands and reduce damage. Normally, when we drench our hair on wash days, our strands will swell. And the more your strands swell, when it's time for your strands to dry and go back to normal, it will have to contract more and contract even faster to get back to its normal size. While it's contracting, this causes stress to your hair strands as well as it can result in damage. This is what we refer to as hygral fatigue. So, by applying the coconut oil before shampooing your hair will not swell as much and therefore it will not have to contract as much, limiting damage. So, on your wash days, use enriched deep conditioning treatments containing water, panthenol, shea and mango butter, and Ayurvedic herbs like fenugreek, amla, and brahmi. These promote moisture and also support hair strength. A good moisturizing hair care product will always have water or aqua or aloe vera juice listed as the first ingredient. It will replenish your strand's internal water and other essential elements. These moisturizers will also prevent the water from within your strands from leaving your hair. However, please avoid silicones that are not soluble in water as they will prevent water from getting to your strands, preventing your hair from being adequately moisturized. And for those who prefer to seal their hair with grease, the problem with grease is that it's difficult to wash off from your strands. So while it's a great sealant, it blocks water from actually getting to your strands on days when you have to re-moisturize your hair without washing. In addition, if you have high porosity hair, your hair will benefit well from henna hair mask, which will help to strengthen your strands. I'm sharing a list of ingredients you must be cautious with. Sulfates, harsh cleansers that strip natural oils. Silicones, the ones that are not water soluble. These can build up and prevent moisture penetration. Parabens, these are preservatives that can disrupt hormonal balance. Mineral oil and petroleum, they can create a barrier that moisture cannot penetrate. Alcohol, certain types like SD alcohol and denatured alcohol, they can dry out your hair. And remember, if your hair is dry, it will break. If your hair is breaking, you will not retain length. These days, many deep conditioners or conditioners are formulated in such a way that you can use them as a deep conditioner, as a leave-in conditioner, or just a moisturizing product when you want to replenish the moisture on your hair after spraying your hair, that is. Therefore, it's preferable to use these type of deep conditioners. Why? Because when it's time to wash them out, you won't need to wash all of that deep conditioner out of your hair because of how it's formulated. This will allow your hair to remain moisturized. Now, another thing you can do after you wash out your deep conditioner, or some of it, is to mist your hair or rinse your hair with a combination of rosemary and amla hair tea, rosemary and hibiscus hair tea, or diluted apple cider vinegar or diluted lemon juice. Why? This will allow the pH of your strands to lower, and a lower pH will cause your cuticle layers to lay flat, preventing moisture loss. Now, the herbs I just mentioned, you can also infuse them in olive oil or coconut oil and use that as a sealant between wash days or even on your wash days. Let's talk about humectants. Glycerin is a go-to for attracting moisture. Humectants generally take moisture from the atmosphere and draw it into your strands. But there is something you must consider when using glycerin. In dry climates, it can do more harm than good, for example, during the winter and colder months. In this case, the best alternative is honey, which is natural and safe. Here's a list of great humectants you can check for on your ingredients list. Let's talk about the art of sealing your moisture in and protecting your ends. Protecting your ends is like guarding the treasure at the end of a rainbow. Your ends are the oldest parts of your hair. They are more susceptible to dryness and breakage, and without them, you cannot have length retention. Therefore, keep them hydrated and seal them with a moisture-rich leave-in conditioner, followed by a herbal oil or herbal infused butter. And remember, low manipulation styles are your hair's best friend. Keep your ends tucked away. So what are the best times to moisturize your hair? On your wash days, after shampooing and washing out your deep conditioner, before you go out, before manipulating your hair, and before bedtime. Now here are some other tips to keep your hair moisturized. Protecting hair with hats or scarves and using humidifiers indoors can help. Chemical treatments and dyes can strip hair of natural oils and weaken its structure, leading to dryness and breakage. Therefore, limiting these treatments and using color-safe moisturizing products can mitigate damage. Maintaining a balance between protein treatments and moisture treatment is crucial. Protein strengthens the hair, while moisture prevents it from becoming brittle. Too much of either can lead to breakage. Low manipulation and styles that protect the ends of the hair from environmental damage and prevent tangling can help retain length. Examples include twists, braids, and updos. Keeping your hair stretched will help mitigate tangles and knots and allow you to manipulate your hair less when detangling and styling. Now, embracing hydration and moisture is more than just a routine. It's the key to effortlessly achieving your length retention goals. So please, learn your hair, understand what it needs, touch it, feel it, bond with it. Read the labels of your hair care products. Nurture your strands with love. And until next time, remember, your self-care journey starts now.